So,
Because you
Samet,
knew
I
it.
have to ask, you are obviously openly gay, and you live in one of the more conservative, certainly more conservative than Istanbul, which is
Yes.
Ankara, the capital city of Turkey. And
Hmm.
I'm wondering, first of all, what have you seen in terms of in that conservative city? What do the protests look like? Do you see more practicing Muslims, women that wear the headscarf, the hijab, and how do they react to you and your angle of this cause? Does gay rights stand to win anything from this struggle? And if so, how does that fit with religious people joining this coalition of criticism against the sitting government?
Okay, the gay community, I mean the LGBT community in Turkey, they are a very interesting bunch of people because they will be there no matter what. I mean, they will try to support everything. They will just be there. I think it's kind of because they want to be seen, but at the same time they want to support women's rights and environment. No matter what happens, they will always be there to with a couple of rainbow flags to show their support. But they are not known none like in no way they acknowledged. I mean there was considerable amount of talk within the parliament, which was very interesting and unusual, and they were talking about gays, and it was very surprising that in the parliament, in the Turkish parliament, the word gay and transvestite were was actually spoken, and that was very surprising, but at the same time off because you knew from what the mayor says. For example, the mayor of Ankara says, when asked, when are we going to have a gay mayor in Ankara? Because the gay mayors fixed a lot of problems in Paris and in London, it seems. So it was sort of a humorous question to him. And he said, oh, we have Turkish family values and moral values. And I believe that there will never be gays in Turkey, and there shouldn't be or there mustn't be gays in Turkey. So I think there is a group of people in Turkey that actually believe that there are no gays in the country, and that they would actually turn a blind eye to the fact that they exist and their flags and their presence is just completely ignored. I don't feel personally attacked or, you know, offended by many of the things that go on in the country in terms of those things, because this is clearly a sign of ignorance, because most of these people didn't even have the chance to read uh, any literature regarding this or saw any TV programs even about discussions regarding the gays and other gender identity uh, issues. They never had the chance. So this they don't even have the time to hate it properly. They don't even have the time to react against it properly. They just are very ignorant and they don't even know it's real. They just think it's a fantasy by some people. So this is the reality in Turkey. This is not a very conservative country. This is somewhat of in some areas, a very ignorant country.
Well, Simon, I appreciate that, and thank you for sharing that. I know that,
Mhm.
and I can say personally that I stand with you and those fighting for gay rights in Turkey, and I certainly stand with the entire protest movement, quite frankly. But
Mhm.
the specifically, I know that this may be a much longer struggle
Yeah,
for the gay community there,
yeah,
and
it might be,
as it
but
often is in these stages. But perhaps, as you say, it sounds not like the issue hasn't